Good morning, everybody. This is Jeff J. Brown, China Rising Radio, Sinoland in Chiang Mai, Thailand, for a very interesting and conversation-inducing podcast and article. Latest global cost of living rankings show just how economical China really is. Pictured above. Let the coffee shop and bar debates begin. Statistics like these are always fun and get people riled up. For 2020, you have to go all the way down to the bottom half of this list to get to the first Chinese city, Shanghai, at number 235 out of 440 surveyed. Let's begin. The latest global ranking for cost of living, comparing 440 cities, has just come out. All six of the Chinese cities surveyed, and they are the most expensive ones on the mainland, rank in the bottom half of the full list. It's by Numbeo, and I've given the link. Here is how the Chinese cities surveyed stack up. Ex-mainland China, Hong Kong is number 44, Taipei is number 171, and on mainland China, Shanghai is the most expensive at number 235, Beijing is number 261, where we lived for 13 years. Number 268 is Shenzhen, where we lived for 3 years. 289 is Guangzhou, next door to Shenzhen, then 293 for Nanjing, and 300 for Chengdu. Even Bangkok, Thailand, a country that is supposed to be inexpensive, comes in at 211. My wife and I recently moved to Chiang Mai, Thailand, and shocker of shockers, it ranks number 254, which is more expensive than all the cities in mainland China except Shanghai. Hanoi, Vietnam, and Chengdu, China are both comparable at 298 and 300, respectively. But Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, abbreviated HCMC, is cheaper at number 321. HCMC is in the neighborhood of Manila, 309, and Cebu, number 319 in the Philippines. Phnom Penh, Cambodia, which is supposed to be one of the cheapest countries in Asia to live, is sandwiched between Shanghai and Beijing at number 253. Indonesia fares well with Jakarta at number 265, Bandung number 352, and Yogyakarta at number 373. Malaysia hangs in there with the capital, Kuala Lumpur, at number 280, and the Chinese enclave island Penang at number 291. Rounding out the rest of Southeast Asia, Rangoon, the capital of Myanmar, was not surveyed. As I have reported frequently, Hong Kong is one of the biggest rip-off places in the world to live and visit, ranking number 44. Taipei in Taiwan province is well above China's most expensive city, Shanghai, ranking at number 171. No wonder almost 5% of Taiwan's people, about 1 million, have immigrated to China. In the rest of Eastern Asia, South Korea, Japan, and Singapore are all in the top global 33, with Asian Russian cities being very low by cost by comparison, all less than Chengdu, which is at number 300. When you start to compare China's cost of living to the United States, it gets to be a bad joke. The cheapest U.S. city, El Paso, Texas, ranks number 221, which is more costly than pricey Shanghai at number 235. Let me see. Would I rather live in world-class cosmopolitan Shanghai or gun, crime, and drug-infested El Paso? Don't get me started. Shanghai is even cheaper than the lowest cost cities in Europe, all in the eastern half. Again, Shanghai or war and Nazi ravaged Ternopil and Zaporizhzhia, Ukraine. I'll have to think about that one. Then go to Western Europe, and comparing China becomes laughable, with the latter being such a good deal. I won't waste any ink on that one. Oceania, Australia, New Zealand, ranks no lower than 135. The only areas that consistently rank below China are India, Asian Russia, a handful of African cities, and some second-tier cities in Central and South America. Surprisingly, Turkey looks to be a bargain as well, with its 5 cities ranked being lower cost than China's. So, as much as my Chinese friends like to grumble about rising costs, their living standards are seriously better than much of the rest of the world. Why, might you non-Chinese ask? Well, China's universal health care and still low medical costs, retirement pensions, K-12 public education, and free to very low university costs, sky-high ownership levels and savings rates, coupled with low personal debt, low-cost world-class public transportation, cheap secondary services like internet and mobile phone plans, and low-cost public utilities for starters. This does not even factor in China's very low levels of crime, violence, and illegal drugs, so you can safely visit and spend time in a couple of gazillion public parks and excellent museums that saturate every city and across the countryside. Nor does it hurt that household income has been doubling every 10 years for the last 40 years. Now, maybe I can sweet talk my wife into moving back to Shenzhen. This is Jeff J. Brown, China Rise Radio Sinoland. Again, even this little dinky podcast, it is now 12:07. I haven't even posted it and anything like that, and I've already been working on this for 4 hours. And I'll still spend another hour or two on this little dinky podcast. These things take a lot of effort, a lot of work. Please make a donation either with fundraiser or directly with PayPal. Your support and recognition of my hard efforts to tell the truth about China and also to fight for social justice around the world is really, really, really helps me and inspires me. Thank you.